Hi, this is AnnRenee from AHA Podcast with a rewatch. I loved rewatching The Wonder Years, which I hadn't seen since its original airing back in 1988. 1993 is when it ended. I just found myself really enjoying everything. I still had great fondness for the characters. But my aha moment was really in my new admiration for Mrs. Norma Arnold, the wife and mother. Norma was giving and loving, which I remembered, but she was really smart and determined and strategic in her thinking. And I was like, oh my gosh, this was a woman of her time and also a woman of a progressive time. I did not realize all the attributes a few decades ago when I watched this show. Norma was consistently expanding and growing her world. She enrolled in and finished junior college. She developed political views that were different and a little bit more progressive than her husband Jack. And in the final episode, we learned that Norma had gone on to be a savvy businesswoman. And she sat on numerous boards and was a board chair. Mrs. Arnold gave a lot to her family. She relentlessly supported them, and she always encouraged Jack. But as the three children grew and moved out and moved on, so did Norma. She moved on. She grew, and I loved that. Also, something else that was really an aha moment for me was the love between Norma and Jack. They truly were a decades-long married couple that was affectionate and generous. Even though he could be gruff, Norma was his girl, always his girl. That was very, very sweet to see. As for the young gang, I liked Kevin Arnold, but Kevin got on my nerves a little bit, and he was quite a butthead sometimes, as his big brother Wayne called him. I also really enjoyed Paul Pfeiffer. I mean, Paul was really a cool dude and consistently himself, even as he grew. I didn't realize that in the original viewing, so I really grew to appreciate Paul. And here was a surprising moment for me, is that I really kind of was annoyed with Winnie Cooper. Yeah, I would have been okay with a little less Winnie Cooper. Winnie Cooper was just, I don't want to say she was annoying, but she was certainly a lot of emotions. And I find myself saying, Kevin, if you'd married Winnie, you were going to have a lifetime of heartache. Winnie was a lot. She was a lot. And I could have done with a lot less Wayne Arnold. And Wayne, to me, sort of was a character that got sort of short shifted. Because he didn't get much character development. He was always the goon. He beat up on Kevin. He was obtuse to what was going on in the house, and there were a couple of storylines where he had a girlfriend who dumped him. One in high school who developed a crush on Kevin, and then a divorced young mother with a 6-month-old who Wayne moved in with, and then she decided to reconcile with her ex-husband, and that was a little heartbreaking. But other than that, we didn't get a lot of Wayne development. We knew a little bit more about Karen than we did about Wayne, I discovered in my rewatch. But all in all, it is still one of my favorite sitcoms. It's still a really good television show. It makes for a really good viewing experience. It's on Hulu, so you can watch it again and again and again if you like. But that's it for me. All in all, it was just great catching up with everybody. This is AnnRenee, AHA Podcast, on a rewatch with The Wonder Years. Hi, this is AnnRenee